Coming up, I'm going to be talking about upcoming Marvel Sony movies. But before we go any further, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest Disney Plus news. Hi everyone, it's Roger here from what's on DisneyPlus.com. It's Wednesday, it's time to jump in some of the news. A little bit quieter than normal than I would have liked. And so we've got some stuff that I want to talk about, and that is Marvel and Sony, because Sony has announced a brand new Marvel movie is going to be coming on October the 8th, 2021. We don't yet know what that one's going to be. The current rumours are that it might be about Kraven the Hunter, which I think could be really interesting. There's been a lot of talk about this one, or even potentially even a Spider-Woman movie. Now, Sony have got a number of Marvel movies coming out in the future. So we've got Morpheus coming this July, and we've also going to have brand new Venom 2 hitting in October. And then next year, we're going to be having, in July, we're going to be getting the brand new third part of the SpiderMan movie. So basically, they're all going to be more connected with the MCU, because obviously that's been the big issue. There's been a lot of talk about the discussions about what was happening last year with the contracts breaking down, and they kind of agreed to some different things. In the Morpheus trailer that we saw a few weeks ago, we got to see some clips of Spider-Man, and even then we got to see Michael Keaton as the Vulture appear, and it kind of interconnecting these sort of Sony Marvel movies up with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which I think makes a lot more sense from Sony's point of view to kind of jump in with the MCU and kind of use that and just use little things to come in, kind of a little bit, maybe I'm thinking like the Daredevil series and stuff, where they kind of reference it, but they're kind of off on their own little thing, because it doesn't look like Sony's going to be selling off those rights anytime soon. So it does mean we're going to be getting lots more of the Sony Marvel movies. It is a lot better than it used to be in terms of how they are connected, because obviously Sony and Marvel are working together on like the Spider-Man movies, and I'm hoping they're kind of involved a little bit more in the backstreet, but we don't really know. Obviously now we've got rid of all of the 20th Century Fox issues of all that stuff. Now we're just left with the Spider-Man. So it's a lot easier for Marvel and Sony just to kind of deal with this one. As far as Disney Plus goes, it does leave us in a bit of a problem, because there's large chunks of the MCU are missing. For example, we haven't got Spider-Man Far From Home, or also Spider-Man Homecoming on Disney Plus. Now, that doesn't look like that's going to be changing anytime soon, because years ago, Sony signed a deal with Starz to be bringing all of their movies to that streaming platform and TV system until 2021. So that's the whole end of next year. After that, things could very easily change. I would not at all be surprised if Disney ends up offering Sony access and a contract to kind of bring all the Marvel stuff exclusively to Disney Plus, or even just shared. Don't know, but that would be my guess, is that in the future, Disney are going to kind of want to get hold of those Marvel movies. Things like Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse, maybe the TV series that they're working on. There's probably a whole number of different things going on. So while these Sony movies aren't going to be on Disney Plus anytime soon, there is still that possibility in the future things could change. And obviously with them being interconnected with the MCU, it's kind of changed the way we're looking at them now, because they are kind of part of the MCU, and we're just going to have to wait and see how this all works out. Obviously, if they are rated, things like Venom might not necessarily fit in, but a lot of these ones are going to be interesting to see where they all go. With so many different Sony projects underway, we've got Marvel Spider-Man movies, we've got animated ones, we've got TV series, we've got all this like build up maybe to the possible Sinister Six. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on there, but until then, it's just nice to know we've got a lot more Marvel movies. I think ultimately we'd all like for Disney to have full control over Spider-Man rather than just a little bit. But unfortunately, unless Disney kind of want to go after Sony, which very easily could happen. And there's also the other thing as well. If Sony was to be brought out by another company, say for example like Apple or Amazon, then Spider-Man would then revert back in terms of IP back to Disney. However, those movies may not. It's all very iffy. It's all down to contracts. It's all a bit messy. But nevertheless, I'd love to hear your thoughts on these sort of Sony and Spider-Man movies. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Go check us out over at what's on DisneyPlus.com. Like, follow, and subscribe. And I shall see you guys in another video. Laters.